Welcome back to the Now That We're Men podcast, episode 4. Still being consistent.
Oh, yeah.
I had a long night here in Minnesota. We got a snowplow. Didn't get any prep sleep and got about 4.5 hour power nap afterwards. But hey, I'm here and I'm ready to go. And guess what? It's Bryce's birthday, so you know it's gonna be a special one. Gonna get mom and dad on later, and But anyways, before we get into any of that, where was the truck show you went to? Elk River, or is that this week?
No, it's this week. Forest Lake, but it got shut down pretty quick, and then we convoyed over to Hugo, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
So we were pretty far out there.
How was that?
It was good. Other than the meat kept moving around because I couldn't find a spot that wouldn't stop getting busted and stuff like that. So after a couple hours, we finally, of driving all around Forest Lake and Long Island, we finally settled down in Hugo. Very good turnout. I didn't stay for that long. Had places to be that night. So still really good turnout. A lot of people from Iowa, a lot of people from Minnesota were out there. And once again, it was good seeing everybody and stuff like that. So definitely going to be another good one, hopefully this week. And I got a lot of content coming out from all the truck shows and stuff like that. So go check my TikTok out and all the links. If you hit our Instagram, there's a link tree type of thing in there to see all that.
Speaking of the link tree, I still haven't taken off that account. I've completely forgot. So, hey, go follow him. Maybe I'll remember to take it down, but follow him before we take it down.
Yeah.
But was there a lot of people there?
He's probably 350 plus. So, once again, yeah, really good turnout.
Nice. But I cut you off. Were you finished talking about like the socials?
Yeah, I mean, just check out the TikTok and the Instagram. I got a lot of content coming out on those for all the truck shows, stuff like that. There's a lot going into the truck. But the sad news of, I guess, the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Is it won't end, but I did sign a lease in Arizona.
Yep.
So hopefully, I mean not hopefully, we will find a way to keep plugging away.
Yeah.
With long distance, and it's not going to stay like that forever.
Yeah, for sure.
So
and he'll come back and we'll have some in-person podcasts as well.
Oh yeah, all the time. I'm not going to leave everyone here. So, but I guess that's just kind of like the sadder side. But we're going to make it work. Some of y'all might not even care. Some of you might. But, yeah.
To go back to the truck show, this is just a question I have, like, are the people in, like, the truck community, would you, if it was on a balancing scale, would you say it's more supportive or more toxic?
Definitely toxic, way above supporting.
Okay.
It's more of like a who has the biggest ego type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh, mine's cooler than yours. Oh, mine's nicer. Oh, mine's more expensive. It's like, that's like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personally, I'm supportive for everyone who supports me. So I'm not like that, but there are a lot of people out there that are just on the very toxic side.
Without saying names, what's like the biggest like ego fight you've ever seen in person?
Just like, there's these group of kids that all have very nice trucks.
Like they are nice.
They are very nice.
It's hard to admit, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because most of the kids nowadays just have parents that make
Yeah.
a lot, and they kind of just get a lot of it handed to them. And there's a lot of people, I shouldn't say, a lot of people, but there is a good handful that you can definitely tell they never had to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always those type of kids that have the most to say about the people who actually work for their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, if you are grinding to make something happen, let's put, for instance, you got to save up for new wheels.
Yep.
You can't do that right off the bat. So you might be rolling around on, stock tires or stock rims with some nice tires on it. But then the kids that, just got that $3K handed to them to go buy some brand new wheels,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be the ones to be like, oh, why do you got that on your truck? And they're like, well, I'm working for it. And they're going to, it's just, so that's really all.
Because, like, in the music industry, I would say there's a lot of support, but there are so many people that think they're Drake or something. They, like, won't reply to DMs. They just think they're better than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it's like people are really supportive. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say, but then this is just like a little rant I had. I'm not really, like I have mentioned before, I want to make movies. I'm not really in the movie community or industry right now, but I just sent out a couple DMs to some TikTokers I like, and it's really frustrating that just because you have TikTok fame, you can't reply to an Instagram DM. I mean, I actually had a simple question, not even about how to make movies or about, it was just something I couldn't remember from a movie, and it was eating at me, and I DM'd like all of them and none of them responded, and it's so frustrating. Like, they have less than 10K follows on Instagram, and they
Fame
think
gets to a lot of people's heads.
even the littlest bit of fame.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another artist, like the main thing that's like where artists still get egos, like music artists, they'll charge so much for features. If they get like a little bit of clout from one song, they will charge like $500 when they don't deserve that at all.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would be like kind of the same thing on like the truck side. It's like, you'll hit someone up and be like, yo, clean build. And you'll never get anything back because the fame just shoots through the roof and people just think that followers mean something.
Yeah, it's literally just apps on your phone.
Yeah.
But anyways, for Bryce's birthday, we're gonna play a little game.
Yeah. We actually got a couple good ideas for this one. I hope you guys enjoy it but I turned 20 today,
Yes, sir.
and we're gonna have my mom and my dad on here in a little bit, and we're gonna ask them 3 questions each. Same questions, but hopefully different answers from both of them.
I will not be on camera. They will be taking my spot.
Yeah, so they'll be sitting in Jake's spot, and we'll kind of just chill, hang out for a minute, ask them questions, hopefully get some funny stories.
And then I'll be back with a surprise.
Yeah, and then Jake said he's got a surprise for, I don't know if it's necessarily for me or for everybody.
It's for everybody, including the viewers.
Okay. So we got that, and then we got a couple things after my mom and dad get off. A couple more just kind of questions for each other to, or mainly me asking him questions, and he can do the same for me. But if you guys do have any good ideas you want us to do or see on here,
Comment
on YouTube or hit us up on Instagram. I will be starting up the TikTok here soon.
Finally.
Soon. I'm super busy. It's hard to get all of this in.
Oh, also, I didn't even tell Bryce. I didn't tell anybody about this. There's also a YouTube for clips, the same clips you see on Instagram. It's just YouTube Shorts. Shout out to all the. We actually got some views on there. Well, I mean, like 100, but still, shout out.
Yeah.
No subscribers though. Come on, subscribe, guys.
Come on, man. Where's the consistency at? We're giving you the consistency. I'm kidding. But, I guess we'll start off with the first game. It is how well do we know each other? So, if you guys didn't see the first episode where we kind of only talked about ourselves and it was super awkward.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason, that has the most listens on all platforms and most views on Spotify. It's so weird.
So if you didn't see that one, definitely go check it out. And go check out our other ones because they kind of are like in order. We kind of got like revolving questions from each one.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, so if you didn't see the first one, here's a little recap. Me and Jake have been friends for 20 years.
Yes, sir.
So we've done a lot together and we know a lot about each other. Hopefully.
Except I do not have faith that either one of us know like the simple things about each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we know some like I could tell you like hundreds of stories about this guy, but I don't know what his favorite color is.
So that is what we're going to find out. And a little fun add-on to it is 5 questions, right?
Yep, 5 questions each.
So we get 5 questions each. And whoever gets the most wrong gets a punishment. We'll say on what the punishment is on the podcast after the game.
Yep.
But if you want to see the punishment, you have to go check out the Instagram and the TikTok once this is dropped.
Yes.
So the Instagram video probably won't drop until this one drops. So definitely go check it out. Go give it some support. And yeah, so I guess let's get into the question asking. So how are we determining who goes first?
1 second. Heads or tails?
Heads.
It's heads. You go first, or do you want me to? You pick.
I'll ask you the questions about me. First question. Who did I live with as a kid?
Grandma.
Okay. That one was way too easy because it was literally your neighbor. Fine. What's my favorite color?
The thing is, when you were young, it was orange. I remember that. But it wasn't when you were younger?
No.
I swear there was like at least one day where you were saying orange is your favorite color.
Blue.
But no.
Oh, I thought orange was your guess.
It probably would have been my guess.
Okay.
So I
you're
got
1 and 1.
1 and 1. 1 wrong.
1 and 1. Okay. Man, I'm trying to think of like one that's actually you gotta like think.
Yeah. I'm not good at that in the first place. Your favorite color was never orange?
No, maybe for like a day as a kid.
It was at my house. I remember it.
Man. Because it's all just going to be simple questions that you don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of one that, like...
I need to think of some, too.
Like, is possible to think of, but you need to, like... actually think for a second.
I got 2 questions in my mind so far.
Man. Because I guess I don't even know, like... exact, like, if I were to, like, ask you, like, what day did this happen as, like, we were growing up, like, a memory? But, like, I don't remember either. So it's, like, what age did I move to this house?
Actually, it was middle school. Let me make sure it was middle school. You switched schools from Mound to Minnetonka after first grade.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would have been in Minnetonka for... Maybe it wasn't quite middle school yet. It doesn't feel like you were there that long.
To be honest, yeah, I don't remember fully.
I'm going to say 4th or 5th grade, so that would be like 10. How old were you?
7.
You were that young still?
Yeah. All right, you're 2-1.
So 2 wrong.
What did I want to be growing up as a kid?
God, I don't remember.
I used to talk about it all the time.
I remember I used to always play with your garbage truck. And I would...
It's not a garbage man.
Why don't I know? Was it a police officer?
No.
What was
It was
it?
a firefighter. You don't remember the time that we took the class trip to the fire station?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 wrong.
3 wrong, 1 right. I know Jake. The hard part about going first is Jake's just going to pull some unbelievably hard questions that I'm never going to be able to think of.
Yeah. I think the ones I have in mind are too easy now.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll give you an easier one again.
At least I got 1 right.
What? Because we talk about this all the time. How many times in our whole friendship have we fought?
I know we always say 1 time, but when we were younger, I remember 2 other times, but I just have a really good memory. So I'm going to say 3 because I remember the 2 other times. But whenever we talk about it, we always say the 1 time in 9th grade.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I was going to say 2.
What? Can you say them on here? Or the one that I'm not thinking of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say it?
Like, are you able to say it on the podcast?
Yeah, well, the one that we talk about all the time.
No, the other one.
See, but you're thinking of like when we were kids, right?
Yeah, the other 2 were from when we were kids. Oh, I guess there's that other time
That was like a couple years ago.
when you were... That wasn't really a fight.
No, we just got mad at each other. Okay, we'll just give it to you. You're 2-3.
Oh, that was 5 questions, right?
That was 5 questions. You're 2-3.
So I got 3 wrong.
So I got to get 3 right.
When's my birthday? No way.
October 10th.
16th.
Hey, I got the October right. All right. I can't ask you that question because
That's... I would have got it on any other day, too.
Oh wow! Well, yeah, that made me feel great.
What is my middle name?
Wow. Thomas?
No.
Oh god.
It's Mitchell.
Oh okay, yeah. That sounds actually familiar.
What?
Just rapid fire.
Those were the only 2 I had, and I thought they were too easy.
No, dude, I'm not smart.
This one's easy, but you might trip up and get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What year was I born?
2003.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say the same year as you.
Okay. 2 more questions left.
Okay. And if we tie, should we just each get
One more question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if we just continue. Man, So you were always my best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I was in elementary school, I had like a best friend from school for like years, like elementary to middle school. He was kind of in my neighborhood, like the next neighborhood over.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Wesley.
Okay.
See, this is where you're just going to screw me. You're just going to put an unbelievably hard question.
2 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm. See, it's hard to think
It
of,
is.
like, a question, because then, like, you're like, do I even know the answer to that one?
Yeah. It is hard to think about. I have to remember the answer to this question, though.
Okay.
I think I remember it. I'm 99% sure. One of my birthdays, since my birthday's in October, we did a Halloween birthday party where all the kids dressed up in costumes. What did I dress up as?
Oh, my God. Okay. I think I know, but do you know?
I'm like 99% sure.
Because I have two. Because I think you had two different Halloween parties.
Everybody says that, but I don't think I did.
I think you did. Okay, so I'm going to give you both.
Okay.
Okay, because I remember one. I don't know if this is one either of these. One, you were a pirate.
The other one?
Harry Potter. Because I remember the Sharpie drawn on your forehead.
I never did either of those things in my life. But Sharpie in my forehead. I remember doing that, but I was never Harry Potter.
Were you Avatar?
No. I'm 99% sure I was a vampire at my birthday party. But I can ask a different question just because I don't actually know the answer.
Okay, ask a different question because I remember two.
I know I was neither of those two, though.
Okay, ask a different question.
True or false?
Oh, God.
I have lived in the house that I live in my entire life.
True.
False. I lived.
Oh, yeah,
I lived
it is.
in an apartment when before I can't remember it, but like when I was really really young.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even one. Maybe
yeah.
not
Okay,
even
I do
two.
remember that. Man.
That's a tie, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could just do another coin flip.
Okay.
So it makes it even. Tails.
Let's see.
It's tails.
Dang. Okay. You got it?
The punishment?
No, the question. Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I was going to say for the punishment. So that it was
okay.
like 50-50, so we couldn't just keep pulling questions out
Okay.
that were just too hard.
Okay.
So you're taking the punishment?
Yep.
Man, I could do anything in the world.
Legal, though.
Legal. Let me think. I don't know. We'll go back to it. We'll put the punishment in at the end of the podcast.
All right.
I gotta think while we do some other stuff.
All right.
So I am going to text them to get on. But it might take a couple minutes, so I guess we can sit here and chat for a little longer.
Yes, I'm first gonna. I said it last week, but not everyone watched the whole podcast last week, so I'll say it again. I apologize for anything that. Mom, not so much.
Dad.
Redneck stepdad, a little bit. I apologize for anything he says.
Yeah. So, next year, man, 21. Both of us.
Yep.
Can hear him coming.
I'm ready for a podcast. I did ring a regular one if you wanted me to be serious.
You can wear.
Ah, I'm gonna scratch my belly a lot.
Can you take that tooth?
What? You want a toothpick?
Okay. Also, don't touch the cord on the bottom of the mic.
Don't touch what?
The cord on the bottom of the mic.
Hello, America. My name is Ryan.
Please.
Oh, all right. So where is my camera right there?
Yeah, and
So when I want to be serious, that's what I look at.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
That seems so weird though. You should honestly have. Why do you not have them going opposite so it looks like you're looking at each other?
Because then that camera would get all the living room and stuff in the background.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 3 questions. First one, your most funniest story
About you?
about me.
Well, I gotta say, do you remember the roller coaster ride?
Which one?
So we were in Wisconsin Dells, and I think it was like Excalibur or something like that. And Bryce, Bryce did not want to go on this roller coaster. He was so freaked out, and he's like, "Is this the one?" I'm like, "No, this isn't the one. This is just a normal one." So we get on it, and all of a sudden we shoot underground, pop back up. And the look on Bryce's face, he was whiter than a sheet. And Jess looked back, she goes, "Is he okay?" And I said, "I don't even know if he's breathing." He was white, and he got off the ride, and he did not trust me for, well, I don't know, it's been about 14 years. I don't know if the trust honestly ever come back, but I gotta say that's gotta be one of the funniest ones.
Okay. What is the stupidest thing I did growing up?
How much time do I have?
One thing.
Stupidest thing. Do you remember giving yourself a haircut?
Yes.
So, everybody crashed out on a Saturday. Bryce is sleeping. He wakes up and he grabs pairs of scissors. And he gave himself a haircut and our like fake plant that we had in the living room. And we wake up and there's just hair on the floor, plant on the floor, and so yeah, we had to go give you an emergency haircut, honestly.
I haven't thought of a third one yet.
Well, what do you? How about I flip the script? What do you think the coolest thing that we have done?
For me or like just done together?
All the above. Either something we've done, something we've done together, anything. Trips, anything like that.
Well, we never take trips, so.
Oh, yeah, we don't count San Diego. And, well, we all got sunburned, so that trip honestly did kind of stink. But
Probably South Dakota. Because I feel like it was just like fun for all of us to be in the car and like enjoy it together.
yeah, you guys did the gold mining, and
Yeah.
the caves were good, except for Mom couldn't make it out. But
Yeah.
it's a lot of steps.
Or the time, I guess like the funniest thing, we all went on like a walk and I took you guys to this cliff.
Oh, behind the high school.
Yeah.
Or the elementary school, yeah.
And then we had to try to get Mom to walk up or climb the cliff.
And then we had to, like, climb down. Mom had to climb down the cliff on her butt
Yeah.
the whole entire way to that
Yeah.
second landing because she wouldn't walk it down.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed a lot of the time that either putting stereos in the cars or...
Well, yeah, because that's also what you did like before, like.
Right.
before
when
us.
I was your age.
Yeah.
But everything was a lot more a lot easier back then. It wasn't so sophisticated, but no, I enjoy a lot of the time snowmobiling. Finally got some snow. Hopefully you can get out there in the next couple days, but
Hopefully, if it's supposed to get 50 degrees again next week.
well, we gotta hope that they're wrong, I guess.
So I guess last question. Was there, or not was there, yes, I know there was. What is the time that I, like, scared you guys the most? Like, I guess.
Other than getting your driver's license?
Yeah, no, like, I guess. I don't know how to word it right. Or, like, the time that, like, I don't want to say, like, the most disappointed, because. But, like, if I told, like, Mom that I, like, got pulled over, or something like that. Like, what like, scared you guys the most that I was, like...
Honestly, I don't think it was anything about you, like a certain event. I think it was just you, after getting your license and going out and hanging out and having your free reign of, not having to, well, I mean, Mom still would GPS you all the time. But
Yeah.
not knowing where you are and what you're doing. But honestly, you've made some pretty smart decisions. So, obviously, Mom trained you right, because that wasn't me.
Yeah. So, I got a text. Yes. We gotta wait for then Mom to come down and swap.
Oh. Does she get the same questions?
Yeah, I think I gotta change up. I guess I could ask you too. Does it, because I think this is what I was trying to get at first, does it scare you that I'm like part of the truck scene and what some people do, like in the truck scene, like all the takeover stuff, like the burnouts and all that stuff, like
Because of me doing the same thing with the Camaro, I hope that you just are smart and make the right decision when you're in that situation, because there are a lot of idiots that ruin things for people and ruin people's cars and whatever. I just hope you're not one of them. But other than that, if it's something you enjoy, I'm glad that you get to do it.
yeah.
Up next is the woman of the house, the main boss behind me, Jessica herself. Ta-da!
Oh my god.
Thank you for that fabulous introduction.
You're welcome.
That was very nice of you. What's up, people?
Alright, so rundown. Don't touch record on the bottom of the mic.
Okay.
So it doesn't pop out. Your camera is over there.
All right.
So if you're looking at it, or don't look at it.
Or don't look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I'll go down the same questions I gave Ryan.
All right.
Hopefully answers aren't the same.
Let's hope not.
So first question will be, what is your funniest moment of me?
Funniest moment of you. Well, I mean, you're a pretty damn funny kid, so those are a lot of moments. I think maybe a moment that sticks out for me, and it wasn't even, everybody else around thought it was maybe a little funny. I don't think Bryce thought it was very funny, because when Bryce was little, he had to be thrown into things literally when he was little to learn something. And Ryan wanted to teach him how to swim.
Oh.
And he would not get into, we were on a boat with family. Grandpa was in the water. His cousin was in the water. So there were people in the water, but he would not get into the lake. And we were sitting on the boat. Bryce had a life jacket on, and we were trying to get him to go in the lake, and he wouldn't go. So Ryan eventually just, when his back was turned, picked him up by his life jacket and chucked him into the lake. And Bryce's face coming out of the water was absolutely priceless. Like he thought he was possibly dying or something. And he had a life jacket on. Grandpa was right there because he saw what happened. And I just kind of sat in the boat like, oh my God, I'm not sure that was going to teach him. But sure enough, he would not separate from water after that because he loved the water. He just had to get over that little hump.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I remember that time. Or the ice skating time.
Ice skating time.
The lessons.
Oh.
When I screamed the whole way down the ice.
Yep. We sat on the side on the bench putting skates on, and he was screaming bloody murder. Like we had taken the blade of the skate or something and cut his neck with it. He was screaming because he did not want to get on that ice.
Yeah, so I guess I'm forgetting the second question somewhat.
I think I was calling somebody in my pocket. No. I was pocket dialing somebody.
I kind of forgot the second question I asked. I know the third one and the last one.
Skip to the third one.
Okay. What was the second question I asked?
I'm trying to remember. Go on to the third one, then I'll flip back to the second
Okay.
thing.
So the third one is like the most like scariest thing I did as a child.
That scared me the most?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of started from like the absolute second that you were born, because you were you were premature, you were a month early, and you were only 4 pounds 11 ounces, and went into a little incubator for a few days, and gave me a pretty good scare, and that was as soon as you arrived on this earth. So if that set the tone, that was the thing that did it.
Okay, so I remember the second one. What is like the best like memory, I guess?
The best memory.
Maybe that's not the second question, but we'll make that one your second question.
It worked.
I mean, that had to be just some of the family vacations that we took and just hanging together as a family. You know, you're talking about getting ready to take your next step in life now, and those are some of the things that I look back on and wish we probably would have done more of it, but life takes over and work takes over, and you know, you really think about those things as a parent when your kid's taking a big leap like moving to Arizona.
Yeah, so I guess the final question that I gave him is...
Does it seem like I had more questions than Ryan?
No?
Oh, okay.
I think...
I technically asked him one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Messed it up.
Yep.
Okay.
So, me being part of, like, the whole truck scene, community stuff, does that scare you? With, like, some of the things you hear about, like, the kids doing and, like, stuff like that? Like, necessarily of, like, supportive-wise and, like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it always makes me nervous as a parent that you're gonna follow some of these kids that are doing stupid stuff and getting yourself in trouble. I mean, for the most part, I think you got a halfway decent head on your shoulders that you are not going to do some of that stuff, but it definitely makes me nervous. But at the same time, I know it's a big passion of yours, and you know, I like to see you get into things that you're passionate about.
Yeah. So I guess, is there anything you want to ask me, or I don't know, you guys said you wanted to do something.
And yeah, not ask you, but in lieu of your 20th birthday today, we were just gonna do a little like rain teaser game with you if you want to make a little extra cash for your birthday. Are you down?
Sure.
All right, I came with my supplies, so.
Is that a what? Is this why Ryan was reading the...
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh.
I forgot my phone upstairs. Do you have your phone? Yeah. Can I rejoin the podcast in the middle?
Yeah.
So, we are going to give you...
But you can't see that from... Which way is that gotta go? It's gotta go this way.
It's gonna put it... Yeah, you can put it like that.
So, you can only move 2 sticks.
Okay.
To make 5 squares. So, if you get it in the first 30 seconds, it's worth $50
So I can move 2 sticks to make 5 squares.
to make 5 squares.
Yeah.
If you get it in the first 30 seconds, it's $50.
Okay.
If you get it between 30 seconds and a minute, it's $25. Anything over a minute,
It's nothing.
$15.
No. What if I don't get it at all? I just make nothing?
I'll give you $1 for your time.
We'll still buy you dinner for your birthday.
All right, 30 seconds starting now.
Can only move 2 and make 5 squares.
Man, I see these all over TikTok.
That's exactly where I got it. I love the TikTok. You're about to go down to squares.
Triangles.
Squares?
You had the right concept. Think it through. Think it through.
Okay, where are your 5 squares?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect.
Got it. Under a minute.
49 seconds. Congratulations, you're $25, Richard.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was easier than I thought.
We had
Didn't get it in 30 seconds.
No.
Mom had a whole bunch of them, and they were even brain teasers to me. I was like, no, we'll go. Well, hello, internet, interweb, all you people, the talkers and the grammars. Nice to meet you. All right, so I think we got Jake coming up next.
Yeah, he's...
Are we
he's,
exiting or are we staying?
We need to stay for this.
No, okay.
Yeah, we need to stay.
All right.
Yeah. But we need to go to the side. Go to the side. I walked upstairs and was standing there wearing a jewel.
I thought I killed your dad.
Do you want them on?
Gotta sing happy birthday.
Oh, you can hear us. We'll be here.
I don't know how to play guitar.
All right, we'll just make a one good rip and we'll just sing. Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday, dear Bryce. Happy birthday to you. Hit him with a final, Jake.
Cha cha cha.
Oh my god.
There's a fucking gorilla standing in the entrance. Oh,
Wow, dude.
I told ya.
Wow. Okay.
So now I'm gonna spend the rest of the podcast in this hot, sweaty Teletubby.
Wow.
Semi-guitar side.
Wow. So, I'm sorry for the little bit of hecticness of everyone moving around, and I know my parents are kind of standing there, so it might look weird once we edit it. But we're trying our best.
I might just leave everything in. Keep it raw.
But, yeah, wow, okay. So, that was kind of fun. They brought out a game. I didn't beat it in the time I needed to. So.
Did they record it by chance?
They did not. You can see it on your camera.
Oh, okay.
But they told me. They said make 5 squares.
Then it'd just be the cross and then they count the big one?
Mm-hmm. But it took me a second because then I went like this. Yeah, so. Alright. So yeah, this one was very back and forth type stuff, but it was good getting them on there, and those are my parents. Shout out to them. They raised me. And yeah, I wouldn't be here where I am today without them. So, huge shout out to them. So I guess we'll get into the next game-ish type thing. We each get one story that, like, not like full-blown exposed, but maybe like an embarrassing story. So like you tell one about me and then like I tell one about you.
So, like, just as an example, are we just doing like a funny, like, hey, he fell down the stairs that one time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like just embarrassing-ish, but not like full-blown like.
So we're not like,
Yeah.
like, I was trying to think of an example, but.
Yeah. So. So, I guess I'll start.
I gotta think of one.
Man, I had one. Kind of. Like an idea of one. So there was like a time where me and you were, I don't know if it was here or your house. I think it was your house. But I remember one time that, like, I don't know if we both, I forgot what it was that we did.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if we both did it or just you. But you're, like, it was either your mom or dad got, like, super mad. That, like, it might have been your dad, like, it's when we were, like, always playing in your basement. We, like, touched something of his and, like, he found out.
I don't even I mean, I'm sure I know it.
Yeah.
It happened.
And then I was, like, sitting in the corner while you were just getting, like, screamed at.
I wonder what I touched. I think there was one time when you touched something and then I got yelled at for it.
Might have been that.
There's so many. I guess one would be one day we had some friends over. This was at my house. It was just Bryce and one other friend. Bryce had the random craving to get a mullet. So our friend watched a DIY video, learned from that one YouTube video, and said, yeah, he didn't even watch the full thing. I think it was like a 28-minute video, and he watched like 13 minutes, and he's like, okay, I can do this. And then I said and he did the sides here, but he didn't know how to do the front. So I watched like 10 seconds of it, said that I know how to do it, and then just started cutting randomly. It could have been a lot worse, but he was looking a little funny for a couple. Well,
It was like a couple months till I got
Yeah.
my hair cut again. I had like one side up here and like one down here.
it could have been a lot worse though.
It could have, yes, it could have been a lot worse.
But yeah, it wasn't the best mullet you've ever seen.
Yeah. So I guess one little quick thing is I got some questions for Jake loaded in here. Okay. They're just kind of just like base questions, I guess.
Just like get to know you questions?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you think like do you depend on like other people or do you kind of like depend on yourself?
Just to like the thing is, like, are we talking about just in general or like specific?
Mhm.
Well, I guess in real like IRL, with living in my house and stuff, I depend on my parents because they pay the bills, and I depend on. I would say yes, cause like I can't do the podcast
Mhm.
without you. I need you to be here, so I have to depend on you. I have to. But then like with the music thing that I do, I God so badly. I wish I could say that I don't depend on anyone. And God, I want to say that I built it by myself, but without other artists, it wouldn't be anything. So, yeah, I'd say I depend on other people. As badly as I want to say I don't.
Yeah. Are you where you want to be at 20 years old? Like, is this where, like, you thought you were going to be? Or did you have bigger standards of yourself at 20? I mean, I know everyone has, like, I want to be rich by this age, but, like, are you where you want to be, like, still moving forward?
As far as money, I wish I had more. I wish I saved better the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm not in a house yet, but
Mhm.
that's also, can't make enough money to afford a house right now. It's
Yeah,
insane.
especially with the market.
It's insane. The with my girlfriend, I'm happy with where I am. With the podcast, I've been wanting to do a podcast. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
With the music thing, I would say I'm happy with where I'm at. But I'd say I'm happy with where I'm at with that. We got like almost 300,000 all-time streams on Spotify. Yeah.
How, like, did you overcome, like, stress, like, in your own way?
When I was in high school, it was. Well, it depends what kind of stress. Because, like, there's, like.
Just, like, stress about life. Like,
Okay,
your
when I-
stress, like, what you're doing. where
like
you're at.
anxiety.
Mhm.
And when I was in high school, it was lock myself in my room.
Yeah.
Now. Okay, actually, I'm gonna look at the camera for this. After I graduated high school, I kind of got happier in a sense, because that was a lot of stress and whatever. But once I got out of high school and how do I word this? I asked myself, would me 10 years ago be happy with where I am now? or like what I want to do with my future. And me 10 years ago wanted to make movies, so I did research, and that's how I found out that I want to do it, because it's difficult, I understand that, but it's not as difficult as I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of, with the music thing taking off, me wanting to do movies, I started getting this determination to do it. And I don't really get stressed anymore because I'm very optimistic, and I know I either make it or I make it, pretty much. I know where I'm going to be in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's going to stop me from doing what I want to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, those were good answers.
Any more, or is that it?
That's it. So I guess we can get to the end and do a little scratching.
Oh.
See if we win big. It's my birthday, so same ones.
Oh. Snowflake or mitten?
Win
You get it?
times 2. $5.
So $10?
Mm-hmm.
That's a birthday miracle right there. I got nothing.
All right. So I'm 1 in. We're both 1 in.
Continue.
We're both 1 in 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
1 and
1
2.
and 3, actually.
Yeah, 1 and 3. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for tuning into this one. It was kind of a hectic one, but definitely a good birthday podcast. I guess shouts out. Definitely. I guess I haven't even really brought this up to him, but definitely something I want to get started is kind of getting some ideas for like merch. Like now that we're men stuff.
Yeah, we actually got some stuff designed, and I haven't even talked to him about that.
So, definitely that's going to be in the works. So, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. And we will see you guys next Sunday. Yeah. You got anything to say before we?
Just make sure to submit your stuff like we say every week. Submit your outfits. Like, I could submit mine right now, and I'd be the best submission. Submit your music, your house, your brand, your car, your truck, your dog, your hairstyle, everything. We will rate it. And speaking of merch, we aren't right now, but eventually we'll be selling stickers. The light may make it hard to see, but I got a Now That We're Men sticker on my water bottle, on my water. And we'll get into more nicer merch once we get more of a following.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Once again, thank y'all for popping in, listening. Special one today. Go check out Instagram for clips, TikTok for clips, send in truck builds, outfits, anything that you want us to rate to our Instagram or our TikTok. Comment on the YouTube channel so we know you guys are there. Shouts out to all of you that are watching, staying consistent, watching all of them.
And shout out to Mom and Dad.
Yeah, shout out to my parents. It was kind of cool to get them on. And I'm hoping after either the next one or the one after that we can get some people on here and start chatting with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Thank y'all one more time. And we'll see you again next Sunday.